go through that record again. Larry Holmes to the right of your screen. Holmes confident, and why wouldn't he be? He's got a superbly developed body, 6'3" to 6'3 and a half, 114 pounds. There is one of the most versatile entertainers on this earth. There is Ossia Ocasio. There is his boxing record. 9 knockouts out of 13 victories, of course. The key victories, the first one over an out-of-shape Jimmy Young. Relaxed, poised, assured, confident Larry Holmes in his dressing room, awaiting the call to come out to the ring. About to take on Ossia Ocasio. Larry Holmes didn't have life too easy in boxing. Nobody ever does. And so, as you look at his unbeaten record with 20 KOs, I think the time is again appropriate to take a look at live at ringside is Peter Falk, one of the many so prominent in cinema, stage, and all the rest who are here tonight. You recognize that fellow? Too Tall Jones to the Dallas Cowboys. And Red Fox is here too. Red with a deep interest in boxing, owned a fighter. Fighter hasn't measured up the way Red thought he would. Okay, right now. And we'll be back getting ready for Holmes against Ocasio in a Holmes-Ocasio fight. And we'll be back after this message and a word from our local stations here at ringside in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Larry Holmes makes his second title defense. Once again, we're live, Las Vegas, Nevada, ringside. Larry Holmes, defending WBC World Heavyweight Champion, now in the ring, dancing around in his accustomed manner. Remember, Holmes, so quick of hands, so quick of feet, stinging left jab, his most potent weapon. One objective left to prove he's got knockout power. With 20 KO victories in 29, you might not think he has to prove it, but nonetheless, the suspicions remain that he is not a killer. He's wearing, of course, his championship belt. And tonight he wants to do away with Ocasio quickly. You just had a quick glimpse of his manager right there, Richie Giacchetti. And Holmes is looking around the ring now, and he is just about set to go. This fight will start within a minute and a half, and we'll be back at ringside in just one moment. There is Ossia Ocasio. Holmes is 29 years of age. Ocasio's only 23. Well, we're going to stand by for the rendition of the respective national anthems. First, the Puerto Rican.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in the red corner, champion of the world, Larry Holmes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we hear the national anthem of the United States of America.
The national anthems having been heard, we are really about ready to go, I hope. We'll be back. To be given to them by the referee, Carlos Padilla, now resident of Las Vegas, former resident of the Philippines. Refereed the Thriller in Manila. Holmes giving the stare to Ocasio. Ocasio not even looking at Holmes. Ocasio quite apparently unafraid, though the eyes just moved up to face Holmes then. It's an old tactic of Holmes's. He's patterned himself in many ways, despite frequent denials, after Muhammad Ali. You'll see similarities in the fighting style. Most of you have seen Holmes before. Only now, though, is he getting the recognition he deserves as you look at referee Carlos Padilla as a heavyweight fighter of quality and growing quality. There's the tail of the tape, the 6-year differential in age, the major differential in height. The weight, 214, 207. The reach, remember I said, not that radically different. Ocasio has long arms. His reach is 77, Holmes 81. The bell, the action underway. See Ocasio with a smile on his face. He grins constantly. Very unorthodox, crouching low. Holmes said in the pre-fight interview he would take it right to him. Holmes must punch downward. There he tried to and missed. Action. Nothing like that first round we saw when Shavers was swift, short, merciless, and knocked out Norton in 1 minute and 58 seconds of the fight. Holmes trying to land his best weapon, that stinging straight jab. Holmes came through with a right there. Ocasio, crouching target, half crouch, sometimes moving into a deeper crouch. The left of Holmes just got in. Larry purposely. Remember, he wants to knock this man out in a hurry, if he can. Ocasio just got a right in there, followed by a left. He is not an easy fighter to penetrate, because he is so unorthodox. Amateurish miss. First round action. Larry's right lead got in. His left was picked off beautifully by Ocasio's right glove. You see the counting down in the low right-hand corner of the screen. Less than 40 seconds to go in round one. Fight being carried clearly by Holmes. Crowd yelled. Ocasio had thrown a long left. It did not connect. Down now toward the end of the first round. Round coming to an end. We're back for round two, live from Las Vegas. Ocasio against Holmes. The first round dominated by Holmes, but Ocasio giving evidence of what a troublesome kind of fighter he is to meet. Rich Giacchetti, Holmes' manager, kept telling Holmes to use the right. He feels Ocasio is vulnerable to the right. In that vein, look at where Ocasio keeps his left. He has a tendency to drop it from time to time. Larry just scored with the right. The right. You see how Ocasio leaves himself open to the right? Ocasio with that flashing grin, if you want to call it that. But laughing doesn't score points. This is second round action. We're 1 minute 5 into it. Larry Holmes has scored some clean blows in this round. Up the left end. Again the left. He wants to start doubling up on that left. See that right get in there? The right lead. Good left by Ocasio. Broke through Holmes' gloves. I know it's early in the fight, but Ocasio is not afraid, and he is difficult. At least up till now. A minute left in the round. This is second round action. Holmes has not used lateral movement at all against Ocasio. He has been squarely in front of him. Ocasio led with a right and got it through. But of course, the pace continues to be dominated by Holmes, who continues to do most of the scoring. Larry fighting flat-footedly against this opponent. He changes styles as dictated by the style of the opponent. Ocasio got in a right lead, and the crowd roared. Counting down toward the end of round 2. As we approach the end of the round, Ocasio a little bit tough. We'll be back. The bell for the start of round 3, live. Holmes against Ocasio. WBC World Heavyweight Championship at stake. First 2 rounds dominated by Holmes. Not moving, standing flat-footedly, straight ahead into Ocasio. Puerto Rican youngster has a lot of heart. He's also got that awkward style. Holmes must continually punch down. Saw him try to start putting punches together against Ocasio. Ocasio's head keeps bobbing and weaving like a bouncing ball. Ocasio with the right. Crowd yells every time the underdog lands.
Drop the rope. Hey, drop that kid. He's not a fucking rope. Don't be hitting me like that.
Remember, scoring on a 10-point must system. Ring is 18 feet 5 inches. 8-ounce gloves, of course. 3 knockdown rule waived. We haven't had a semblance of a knockdown here with a minute 20 left in round 3. Curious the way he keeps grinning. Ocasio. Minute to go in the 3rd round. Holmes trying to measure Ocasio. Not able to do it. Not thus far. That's the right uppercut that could become a key blow in this fight. Look for more Holmes uppercuts. The way Ocasio holds his head, he is vulnerable to the uppercut. Crowd roared, but Ocasio missed. He mustn't be misled by the roars of the crowd. Now counting down to the end of round 3. Round 4 just underway. Holmes dominating the fight, but Ocasio pleasing the crowd. Many didn't think it would last this long. See the grin on Ocasio's face constantly. See the bobbing and weaving down low. Remember, away on his Bill Dale, he had him training, moving the head under a string in the ring. Both men unbeaten. Holmes 29 times into the ring, 29 times the victor, 20 KOs. Ocasio. Good left. That stung Ocasio. He shook his head, saying, "No, I'm not hurt." But Holmes got him with a left and then doubled up on him. Hit him both times. And that's the first real time tonight that I've seen. Now Holmes is beginning to get the left in there. Suddenly a change in the pattern. Though Holmes was dominating, he was not scoring cleanly, effectively, except at one point with the right lead. This round, he has used the left more effectively than at any time prior thereto in the fight. See the crowd roared, but Ocasio could not hit Holmes there. The attempted blows were picked off. Fourth round action. Holmes trying to get through Ocasio's guard. Sometimes moving to the stomach, then clawing upward. Remember Ali against right lead. Now Ocasio's hurt. He threw a right lead, left himself wide open for Holmes' counterpunch. And he shook his head, and he was briefly staggered. But he's a gutsy kid. So Holmes comes at him again. Using the left, as I said, more, and there in combination a left and a right. There is no smile on Ocasio's face. Not now. He is trying to cover. Less than 30 seconds left, and this is the fourth round. While Holmes has been dominating the fight, this was his first big round. We approach the end of round 4 with Larry Holmes in command. All right, there's Ocasio leading with a left, leaving himself wide open for the right. Part of the last round action when Holmes really took command. Not that he hasn't been dominating, he has, but I made the point. Right there, that left was a good score for Holmes. Obviously superior to the opponent. Holmes' only vulnerability could be impatience. I don't think he will be. He must methodically, purposefully continue to work this way. Ocasio can't possibly score points. Not against Holmes. See how Ocasio leaves himself open for the counter-punching right? This is what was discussed in the corner between Rich Giacchetti and Larry Holmes. He leads with the left, drops it. Holmes picks off the left with his, and then comes in with the right. Over Ocasio's left. The right again, becoming the most telling blow in the fight. Fifth round action. Larry going down to the stomach to try and draw the guard down and at the same time facilitate the opponent. When Ocasio gets in close, under Holmes' chin with the head, watch closely. This way you look for the butt. See Larry now shifting the whole attack to the stomach. Look for the uppercut, too. Ocasio's in trouble. There are welts around the eyes. This is the 5th round. Holmes is just measuring him, trying to bring down the guard. Less than 20 seconds left in the round. Another completely Larry Holmes round. We'll be back in a moment. Back live, Las Vegas, round 6. Between rounds in Ocasio's corner, they kept asking him, where are you? Checking his sensibility. Did he know where he was? In the last 2 rounds, he has taken a savage beating. It is clearly a mismatch. For those of you who joined us a little bit late, Ernie Schaefer's both one of the great upsets and one of the great performances, knocking out Kenny Norton in 1 minute and 58 seconds of the 1st round. Norton never knew what hit him. In his dressing room after the fight, he said, did I go down a second time? Did they stop him? He didn't even know what had happened. Here the pattern is now totally evident. Holmes just doing up. The crowd roared because Ocasio scored with a left. Ocasio staying in that crowd, the head bobbing and weaving. Larry Holmes fighting flat-footedly, taking it to Ocasio as he said. No movement from Larry tonight. Crowd yelled that left did not get through Holmes' glove. Minute 40 into the round. 6th round action. Same as the prior 5. Larry missed with the uppercut that could become the blow to end the fight, even as Schaefer's right uppercut against Norton, in effect, ended that. We've got a minute left in the 6th round. Gutsy kid, isn't he? Ocasio. Heavy, strong legs and thighs. Deceptively heavy for the 207. See Holmes scoring steadily with the lefts, getting it in more often than not. Ocasio trying to cover. Gloves up there, peekaboo style. And now the 6th round is almost over. So far it's a shutout in my scoring. Holmes every round. We'll be back. Round 7, as we come to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Holmes against Ocasio. Holmes winning almost at will, except for this. He hasn't been able to knock Ocasio out. Kid is tough. He's game. He is awkward with that style. Fighting out of a crouch, sometimes a half crouch, bobbing and weaving. He has been vulnerable to Holmes' right, as you just saw there. Tendency to lead with the left, drop his glove. Holmes comes over it with a counter punch. In only 1 round, the 4th, did Ocasio appear to be hurt. There, he was staggered right there with a left that cut through. The body, the legs went back. There's that right uppercut. There, now Holmes is turning to the uppercut, to which Ocasio is particularly vulnerable, with the head held forward. There's the left, and down went Ocasio. 7th round, the round in which Holmes finished Evangelista. The kid is trying to shake his head clear. Carlos Padilla, the referee, touches his gloves, says the fight can continue, and out comes Ocasio with a wild right swing. Holmes remains methodical, purposeful, picking the opponent apart. One knockdown in this round, the first of the fight. Larry wants now to finish it, of course. The left keeps getting in there. It was overdue. Now that Ocasio has been weakened and went down from the left, he threw the left. Holmes was waiting, banged right in with the right. Second knockdown in the round. Ocasio fights on. Padilla says, okay. Ocasio, now there's the third knockdown, and that will do it. Brutal to watch. Holmes totally dominant from the very beginning. This kid with only 13 professional fights. Ocasio shakes his head. He wants to go on. The 3-knockdown rule waves. A championship fight. Padilla lets it go on. How much longer? That should do it. Stop. Padilla stops the fight. Finally, maybe 1 knockdown too late. The kid could have gotten seriously hurt. Now he's on his feet, shaking his head, trying to clear it. Well, I'll tell you this about Larry Holmes. Recognizing that Ocasio had only 13 professional fights, conceding that it was a mismatch. The official time, by the way, 2 minutes 38 seconds of the 7th round. Granting all those facts, you like to see a fighter fight the way Holmes did. His fights, Holmes again, well, he's going to face a Larry Holmes who steadily moves. Holmes didn't move tonight. He adjusts style for style. Another mark of a good fighter. Now, we are going to come back with more after this word from our local stations. Larry Holmes worked him so methodically, so perfectly, never lost patience, knew exactly what he was doing, finished him off with a 4th knockdown in the 7th round. Congratulations to you. Let's take a look at the entire 4th round, Larry, and you describe from your point of view exactly what you were doing. Excuse me, here it comes.
Well, Howard, I just wanted to set him up because I did find him very awkward. You know, I had to get my jab in. My jab was missing a lot. But if I knew my jab started landing, it was fine to throw. So he was throwing his hands up very high, Howard. And then I had to come in with a left hook in the right hand. So I'm trying to set him up with a jab and feint the jab and throw a left hand, right hand, left hook, right hand. But he was strong and determined and very awkward, Howard. He'll give a lot of guys a lot of trouble with his style. So I'm trying to set him up, but he's very awkward. But I just didn't care, Howard.
There, you staggered him briefly.
Yes, I staggered him, Howard, but I'm a professional, I'm a pro.
He was particularly vulnerable to the right, dropping his left. You used that very effectively. But this first knockdown comes with a stinging left.
Left jab, Howard, been working very hard.
There it was, you saw it.
Very hard jab, Howard, hit him with a couple of them.
A lot of guts in that kid.
Yes, Howard, he's a hell of a fighter.
Fighting from the crouch and the half crouch, the head bobbing and weaving. Not an easy fella to penetrate.
Couldn't catch him, Howard. When I did catch him, he paid the toll. Well, you can see how determined he is. He came right back, fighting hard.
Now let's watch closely, and you'll see how you're getting the left jab in, as you said, very effectively. You really began doing it in the 4th round. Until then, you weren't getting that jab in with the usual effectiveness.
Because he was slick, Howard. I wouldn't say slick, he was awkward and whatnot, and I had a lot of force behind my jab. As you notice, I stepped in with it with all the force. my jab is just as hard as my right hand.
Did what you said you'd do. You took it to him. There's the right over that left. He was so totally vulnerable to that. Now, did you feel that the referee, Carlos Padilla, let it go perhaps one knockdown too long?
Too long. I thought it was 3 knockdowns, and the fight would be over. I didn't ask the rules. I didn't really care about
the 3 knockdown rule was waived.
Yes,
championship fight.
Yeah, he told me.
There's the right again over the left. Over his left.
What do you think, Howard? Can I punch it on now? Or?
You feel you proved it tonight.
Thank you, Howard.
All right, let's watch it to the end. There's Padilla checking. Ocasio assuring him he could go on. At this point, were you concerned about hurting him?
Well, yes, in a way, Howard, but I know that, the young man was determined. He was trying to get my belt, and I wanted to protect it with all I had.
Well, that last one did it. And so, Larry Holmes, the winner, 4 knockdowns, the fight finally stopped.